Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is December 16th, 2019, and we are again in the final hour of the trading day. In my opinion, the prices as close as you can get them to the close of the market are the most valid prices, and that's because during the day we have the day traders, we have the algorithms moving prices around. I consider it a lot of noise. At the end of the day, we have the large financial institutions, the market makers coming in with size. They're the best equipped, they have the best knowledge, and in my opinion, they move the prices at the end of the day with size to what the most valid price is. And I like to make my buying and selling decisions from what I think is the most valid price of the day. And I do think that the prices right near the close are the most valid prices of the day. So that's why I make the majority of my buying and selling decisions right there at the end, just a few minutes before the market closes. So, all right. Well, hey, Evan, good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for coming by. And thanks for the nice email. I appreciate that. Evan is having a good day, I believe. Wait. Oh, no. A man solo. Yeah, those were man solo straights. Darn, Evan. Got you all excited. He's like, I am. JT, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Thank you as always for coming by. I hope that both you and Evan had a good weekend. And again, Evan, thanks for the email and the kind words. And if there's anything I can ever help you with, you just please let me know, okay? So, all right, well, another day today, another big day today. The Dow is up 125 points. It was up higher earlier. We've come off a little bit. NASDAQ is up 85 points. The clear winner on the day, it's up close to 1% on the day. And the S&P is up 23, almost 24 points, up about 0.75%. So we're having a great day. Very thankful for that. And hope everybody had a good weekend. I appreciate everybody coming by. Thanks for spending your time with me. I look forward to seeing everyone. And hope this channel is helping you. Hope it's helping you with your trading and your investing, and that you're learning some good principles. And I know there's a lot of things that you could be doing out there every day other than watching this. And so I do appreciate you spending your time here. I really, really do. So Dirk, hey, how you doing, Dirk? Good to see you. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. If anything I can help you with during today's podcast, please let me know. A man solo, hey buddy, what's going on? A man solo's having a killer day. Congratulations, my friend. Man, a man solo has had some rockin' trades lately. So very, very good. Happy for you, my friend. So, all right, well, here is the plan for today. First of all, we're going to go ahead, we're going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. We're going to get that out of the way. We're going to come back. We're going to go through all my current positions. We're going to talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and more importantly, how I'm going to manage them to either to the upside or to the downside going forward. After that, we're going to do a few minutes on trader psychology. I mention this each day, but I think it's worth repeating. The greatest skill that you can acquire and hone and develop in trading is the skill of managing your emotions and following your plan. It is a skill. It's not too hard to learn trading, learn about support and resistance, entries, exits, all this kind of stuff, but it's much more difficult to actually implement and stick with that plan, especially when your emotions become amplified, either when stock's moving up or moving down. So if you find yourself not being able to follow your plan, you need to work on it. And in my experience, the best way to do that is reduce your position size. That will help you be able to follow your plan. Because in the long run, in order to make money, in order to be a profitable trader, you really have to have a decent plan, but then you have to follow the plan. And if you're finding yourself not being able to follow your plan, then that's something that you really need to work on. And it is a skill. Think about it as a skill and go, I haven't really developed this skill enough. I have to work on it. So then after that, we are going to spend we're going to go down through all the stocks in my watch list. We're going to take a look at each stock. We're going to look at support, resistance levels, indicators like MACD, RSI, moving averages, RSI. I consider these indicators, when I get an indicator that lines up, that gives me some kind of trigger or entry, I look at it as a group of buyers. And if you want a stock to go up, you need to be in the company of as many groups of buyers as possible. So if I look at one indicator as one group of buyers and I look at another indicator as another group of buyers, then that's two group of buyers. So it's important for me to look for a combination or a confluence of indicators lining up, or another way to say that is I need to look for a combination or confluence of buyers lining up. That will put you in the position to give you the best odds of having a winning trade. So I'll go down through each stock. I'll look for combinations and confluences of indicators lining up, and if I find that, then that's on my radar. That's step one. Step two is if you do find a confluence or a combination of indicators lining up, that's great, but you also have to make sure that it offers you a good risk to reward ratio. You have to make sure that you're getting more potential reward than you are risk. It's very important to have that kind of risk to reward, at least 2 to 1. And then number 3, want to make sure that even if the setup's good, even if the risk to reward's good, you have to make sure that the industry of the type of stock that you're buying, you don't have too many of those. I mean, if you had a Google and an Amazon and an Apple already, but then I don't know, an AMD popped up on your radar, looked good, I probably wouldn't take that because I already have 3 technology stocks. So it's important that you diversify into different sectors of the economy, maybe even outside of stocks like gold or bonds or something like this. So anyway, so step 1, look for a confluence of signals. Step 2, make sure you have a good risk to reward ratio. Step 3, make sure you don't have too many correlated positions. So with that in mind, we'll go down through the watch list. If something looks good, I will mark it on the first run through at the end of the day, right before the market closes. I'll go through the ones I've marked, and if they look good, I have the 3 criteria, then I'll enter the positions at the end of the day. And then after the market closes, if anybody has any questions for me, needs any clarification on anything I discussed today, don't be shy, type it in the chat. Happy to clarify it for you or answer any other questions that you have about trading. If you'd like me to look at a particular stock symbol, please let me know. I'm happy to do that, to give you my humble opinion. And if there is a stock that looks good or you think would be interesting for the group to take a look at, and you'd like me to take a look at it before the market closes, please let me know. Put it in the chat, maybe put a little asterisk by it or something, so that I know it's time sensitive. So, all right, well, that is the plan. So listen, I'm going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer, and I'll be back in about 40 seconds. So hang tight. Thank you.
This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much.
All right. Hey, Gamer Squad. What's up, David? Good to see you, my friend from Denver. Thank you for coming by. Hope you had a nice weekend. Christopher, hi. How you doing, sir? Hi. It's freezing in Leeds. Aha. Christopher lives in the UK, so thank you so much. I hope you're having a good evening. Although it's cold, stay warm, and appreciate you coming, Chris. Pat O'Connell. Hi, Pat. Good to see you. Thank you for coming back. Hope you had a good weekend. And thanks so much for joining us today. Marco, hello, my friend. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good evening. If there's anything I can help you with, Marco, you please let me know. I appreciate you being here every day. Natum, hi. How you doing? Nice to see you again. Natum says, hi, Greg and all. Hello, Natum. Bing He, hey, buddy, what's going on? Good to see you, sir. That's our friend from Singapore. Thank you for coming by. Hey, Mount Doji, what's going on, buddy? Mount Doji says, hey, everyone, happy Monday, finally back home. Oh, yeah, that's right. Mount Doji was in New Jersey. So hope you had a good trip. I hope it was safe. Glad you're home safe. So, all right. Well, interesting day. Nice and green. I'm always thankful for that. You know how I am. But let's get right to it. Let's go through our current positions. All right, so gold. Well, this seems like a huge win for me, even though it is down a penny. And the reason why is I entered gold on Friday when we had the 520 crossover. The last, I think, 2 or 3 times I've taken this trade, like here, immediately had the crossover, dump. The one before immediately had the crossover, dump. Well, at least this one hasn't dumped and it's hanging in there. So that is a good sign. That is a good sign that we haven't got whipsawed immediately like we have done on the previous trades on gold. But again, I bought it with the 5 EMA crossing over the 20 EMA. I will continue to phase as it moves up my way, although I haven't hit a profit target yet. My stop to the downside will be a close below both the 5 and the 20 in one fell swoop in one bar. My profit target is the 70 RSI. I'll continue to phase on the way up to the 70. If we reject the 70, I will go ahead, it's way up here, I will go ahead and just get out of the trade. So that's the plan. If we cross back below the 5 and the 20, I will get out. I will, if it moves up, I will phase out to the upside until we reject the 70 RSI. So that is the plan on gold. Is down slightly today, but like I said, based upon the last few trades on gold, it is holding, which is positive. That is positive. Oh, look at this, guys. All right, so Philip Morris. I did buy Philip Morris back here on the 5th of December. It's been a really nice trade. I bought a pullback to value or a return to value trade. We were above the 1 ATR channel, which I consider overextended or overvalued. It came back into the value zone, which is one of the requirements that I'm looking for. The next requirement that I'm looking for is that we have sideways movement. So I guess three requirements. One, has to be above the 1 ATR channel, make a new high, has to come back into the value zone, has to move sideways. Everything's good then I need a trigger. Here was my trigger back on the 5th on this false break to the downside, or in other words, a V1. Here is day 1, day 2 washes out day 1. Day 2, on the day we bought it, close above day 1's close, and we bought it back here at 82.29. And of course, this has been a monster trade for us. You can see we're, what are we, 4 cents away from the 3rd profit target. We hit one here, and we are very close to this one as well. So we'll see if this one gets hit here. At the end of the day, if it's hovering around 86.43, I'll just go ahead and take that profit target. I mean, it's only a penny, but with any luck, we'll be able to just hit it here intraday. We're about 6 cents away, but this has been a monster trade and a great example of a return to value, sideways movement, V1 trigger, and boom. So, oh, we're 1 penny away. We gonna get it? I guess we'll hear if we get it or not, but fantastic trade. Fantastic trade. All right, SPY. All-time famous SPY trade. I know you hear this each day. I apologize that you have to hear this each day, but in case I have some new viewers, I want to go over. But I do buy the SPY SPY ETF tracking stock ETF each day at the end of the day, and I sell it the first thing the next morning. It has nothing to do with technicals, resistance, anything like that. It's just the data from this long-term backtest, and this backtest was done by Lizanne Saunders at Bespoke Invest on Twitter. The backtest has 2 approaches. The first approach would be to buy the SPY every day at the open, then sell it at the close. So buy at the open, sell the close, buy the open, sell the close. If you did this approach every day since 1993, you'd have actually returned a negative 13.9% return for all your troubles. However, if you did the opposite, which is what I do, buy the SPY at the close each day, sell it first thing the next morning. If you did this every day, buy the close, sell the morning, buy the close, sell the morning, you'd actually return 600. Hey, there was our Philip Morris. Nice. But if you did this approach, buy at the close, sell the next morning every day from 1993, you've actually returned a 634.2% return. And that is what I do, and it has been very profitable. I like this chart. This chart shows you distinctly the difference between the two approaches. The blue line is the buy in the afternoon, sell in the morning. You can see over time it's been extremely profitable. The orange line is the buy in the morning, sell in the afternoon, and you can see has not done very much. I also like this chart because it shows you, if you do have an edge in your trading approach, how over time, if you can continue to stick with it, how it can move in your direction and be quite profitable. In between, you have ups and downs. These are to be expected. Doesn't mean anything is wrong with the approach. But with that being said, we did have a great trade on the SPY. Bought it on Friday at 317.32, sold it this morning at 319.18. So monster overnight, or I guess I should say over weekend trade. Did hit an all-time high with this approach today with the overnight SPY trade, and it is a little bit higher than where it opened, but that's fine. I will go ahead and buy it again today at the end of the day, and then rinse and repeat, sell it first thing tomorrow morning. Dr. Jorgensen, hey buddy. Bruce says, warm in the desert, nice sunshine. Who says smoking is bad for you? Make you money so you can't be all that bad. Well, you don't have to smoke to buy Philip Morris, right? I don't smoke anymore. But obviously somebody is. So anyway, great overnight SPY trade. We'll buy this again today. All right, next trade, AT&T. I did buy AT&T back on the 10th of December. This is a higher low V2. A higher low V2 means that the prices closed below the 1 ATR channel. This is the green line. Then rallied into the value zone, had a couple days down, and then triggered a V1. A V1 is another way to explain V1 would be a false breakout to the downside. See how it broke to the downside but then reversed back up? So it's a false break to the downside, and it's a higher low false break, which I like better, because when you buy these lower lows, as it moves up, people are willing to sell at the first sign of weakness. Right? If you were fortunate enough to buy down here, as it starts kind of moving downwards, that's probably where those people, the people that bought here, are probably going to sell here. Now, if another group of buyers comes in and moves it back up with the false breakout to the downside, or a V1 or V2, you don't have to worry about these people. Most of the people that bought here sold in this down move, and that allows for easier upside movement. So again, we were below the 1 ATR channel. We rallied back into the value zone. We had a couple days down. We had a V1. The V1 was good in the fact that we had a MACD crossover on the same day that it happened. We rejected the 50 RSI, closed above the 50 RSI, rejected the 20 and the 5 and the 10, closed back above. So this is now support underneath us along with the 50 RSI. A couple days ago, we did hit one profit target. We did hit another profit target today. So yeah, nice profitable trade. Evan turned me on to this trade. Appreciate that, Evan. It's been really nice trade. So this line up here indicates where I'm going to be over one true ATR away from my entry. Not quite there yet. I need to get up, I need to break through this line in order for me to institute some type of trailing stop. It's still within noise. Over 1 ATR, preferably like a 1 1/4, 1 1/2, somewhere there, but at the very minimum, over 1 ATR away from my entry. I want to make sure that I've gone outside of noise, because if here it's still considered noise because it's expected to kind of move 1 ATR. But if it got up to here, above here, then it's got through that expectancy of noise, and that's a good sign. It shouldn't come back down. So if it does, I want to trail it. So anyway, nice trade today, one profit target. Okay, so Waste Management. I did buy Waste Management on Friday here at 112.02. I do like this setup for a variety of reasons. We had a V2. Here is day 1. Here is day 2. Here is day 3. Day 2 washes out day 1's low. Day 3, the intraday, close above, day one's close. That by itself is nice V2. It's also a higher low V2. See how it's higher than this previous low? In addition to that, we rejected the -1 ATR channel. In addition to that, we rejected the 200 close back over the 200, and we have now, and there was a MACD crossover. So lots of good signals. I mean, this is a fantastic setup. However, it is down a little bit today. It moved our way nicely initially. I did hit one profit target up here at 112.65. I'm torn on this, and sometimes you're going to have positions where you are torn because this setup is good. I don't like that we rejected the 50-day moving, downward sloping 50-day moving average. I don't like that we are below the open and actually we're negative on a strong day. I mean, I'm profitable on the trade because currently we're basically at the price that I bought it at, but I did take some profits up here. So it is a profitable trade, but I'm a little concerned going forward what I'm going to do with this. So I'm going to wait till the end of the day, make a decision. But my gut feeling here right now, I'll tell you what, we're at a 50-58 RSI. Closes above 50 RSI, I will hold it. If it closes under 50, I will get out of it. Don't know if that's the right decision, but at least it's a plan, right? And that's what we need. But again, I don't like that we gapped up, reversed. I don't like that we rejected the downward sloping 50-day moving average, but I do like the days preceding it. I mean, we still made a higher high here, so I'll just have to see what's happening with this one at the end of the day. Okay, last position is Walmart. We were above the 1 ATR channel. We came back into the value zone. Lots of good sideways movement. This is what we're looking for. Remember, above the 1 ATR channel, back into the value zone, sideways movement. Did not have a trigger. This would have been a V1, but it didn't trigger. But here, I bought it on the 12th of December with this higher low V2. Here's day one, day two washes out day one, day three, closed above day one's close. I did buy it here at 119.89. Right now, it's at 120.81. So we did hit one profit target here today, which is good. We did get above noise. We did get above 1 ATR, so move from the entry. So I will be instituting a trailing stop. But anyway, really great day. Just real quick recap. Gold, 520 EMA cross. Slightly underwater on this trade, but that's okay. I'll wait for a close below both the 5 and the 20. Philip Morris, we had this beautiful return to value V1. Oh, and we did hit that profit target. You remember the little sound you heard? So we did hit 3 profit targets on this baby. We're at a 68.36 RSI. If it went up higher today and rejected the 70, I would get out. So, but it hasn't yet. But man, what a great trade. So 3 profit targets on that. SPY, nice overnight SPY trade. Gap up overnight. Did get out here. AT&T, we took the higher low V2 back from the value zone, the higher low V2. This has moved up, one nice profit target there. Waste management, fantastic setup. I don't particularly like this close, but my plan is close under the 50 RSI. I will just go ahead and exit it, take a small gain. If it closes over the 50, I'll hold it and we'll give it another day. And then Walmart, the higher low V2, you can see the moving averages are starting to fan out, which is good. So one profit target there. So all in all, great day. Dr. Jorgensen says, made money while sleeping again. Easy money. Don't say that. You're going to jinx it. But, I mean, listen, it's not easy money. It was easy money over the weekend, but in May, my overnight SPY trades, I lost like 80% of my trades. It was brutal. Right? But then in June, I think I won 80% of my trades. But, you know, you're going to have winners. You're going to have losers. You never know when they're going to come. You never know how long they're going to last. All you can do is, you know, base your approach on a good back-tested approach. And the overnight SPY trade is a good back-tested approach. Hey, Kurt. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for coming. Kurt says, hey, Greg and all. Watching O today. Under 200 SMA and 30 RSI as well. Oh, all right. Well, let's put that on the watch list then. What is O? Realty income. Yes, not bad. Not bad at all. Did we go under the 30 RSI today? Yes, we did. We went under the 30, over the 30, under the 200, over the 200, under the third ATR channel, negative third ATR channel, over the negative third ATR channel, and throw in a V1 on top of that. So gives a really good risk to reward ratio. Let's see tomorrow where the 30 RSI would be. Oh, actually the 30 RSI would be over the 200. I would probably use the 200 as my stop, but that looks good. That looks pretty dang good. Thanks for pointing that out, Kurt. I'm gonna do some numbers on that because actually, to be honest with you, that looks better than a lot of things I've seen today. What's happening? You guys are showing me the trades now, which is good. I mean, I wouldn't take them if I didn't like the setups, but you know, you guys are looking at more stocks than I am, you know, than my watch list. But fantastic, Kurt. Thank you for that. Hey, Steve Burns, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for coming by. Always nice to have you here. I'm excited to have you here, and I think everyone else is as well. Thank you so much. Hope you had a good weekend. Steve says, hey, Greg, what a great bull market. Amazing. Yeah, it's something, isn't it? It is something. You know, to be honest with you, I'm like, this is so overvalued. It's so overvalued. It's so overvalued. But luckily, that's my theory, but it's not reflected in my trading. I'm still taking the trades, even though Greg feels like it's overvalued. And sometimes that's kind of hard, but it's okay to have opinions, but let the price action guide you in your trades. But yeah, it's pretty amazing for sure. Gamer says, Greg, can you look at CIB? I entered on the 11th thinking about taking profits today. It seems to be struggling with the 70 RSI. Yep. Nice trade, Gamer. Nice trade. Not sure where you got in, but actually shouldn't matter whatsoever, right? Doesn't matter where you got in. It matters what's going on. Did it, let's see, the high today was about, I don't think it quite got to the 70 RSI. It's very strong that it's holding above the third ATR channel. That's a tough one, Gamer. That is a tough one. I mean, your options are either, I don't think it has hit the 70 RSI today yet. I think if it closed like much lower, I would probably take it off. But if it hasn't rejected the 70, I don't know. That's a tough one for me to tell you. Honestly, I mean, we do have the prior highs up here. That's probably going to act as resistance. I think your risk to reward at this point is diminishing because even if it moves up, maybe you have this much more. I mean, it could move up more than that, but I mean, it is fine. Like you said, it is having issues at the 70 RSI. You do have resistance up here. I mean, do you want to risk this much more for this much down? That's the way that I would look at it. I mean, if it were me, I'm not telling you what to do, but if it were me, if it couldn't close above the 70, me personally, I would probably go ahead and lock in profits. If it did close above the 70, I'd probably keep it until it closed back below. Does that help, Gamer? Mount Doji says, O has been good to me all year. Oh, good. Let's take a look at the weekly on this, guys. Well, let's take a look at the monthly. Is the monthly in an uptrend? Yeah, certainly is. On the weekly, all right, I like that we have the 50-week moving average below us as support. That should act as some type of support. And then on the daily, yeah, I like it. Under 30, over 30. Under the 200, over the 200. Under the negative third ATR channel, over the third ATR channel. And cherry on top, we had a V1. So I do like that trade. I do like that trade. Okay. What am I doing? Okay. So listen, this is the time of the day where I do like to talk about trader psychology. There's some really great Twitter and Facebook channels out there, and the people that have these channels spend a lot of time, burn a lot of calories, make a lot of effort to post good trading words of wisdom each day about trader psychology, about trading in general. And one of the very best ones out there is Stephen Goldstein at AlphaMind101 on Twitter. Stephen was a retired professional trader. He's a professional performance coach, trading coach, has a great podcast, by the way, the Alpha Mind podcast. He interviews traders from all over the world, all sorts of different traders, retail traders, institutional traders, psychologists, so forth and so on. So if you have not listened to any of his podcasts, you really should listen. Just go to AlphaMind101 on Twitter, and that will direct you. He actually interviewed me on one of his podcasts with his partner, Mark. So anyway, Stephen posts some great comments on here, and I really did like this. It spoke to me. Stephen says, trading is a journey. Losses and wins go hand in hand. Losing doesn't mean you failed any more than winning means you succeeded. It's the long haul that matters. Just because you're not yet succeeding at trading does not mean it won't happen. It's a journey that takes years, right? Here's our expectations. You just start straight upward line, and reality, this is what you go up, you go down, you go up, you go down, right? I completely can relate to this. I have been through this over my career as a trader. But it's true. When you lose, doesn't mean you're a bad trader, right? I mean, you can have the best setup in the world and lose. You can have the worst setup in the world and win. So remember, just because you're winning at a bad setup doesn't mean you've succeeded. It just means you got lucky, right? So, but losses go hand in hand with wins. We've had a lot of wins lately. We get used to wins, but remember, there will be losses coming. There's no doubt about it. So just make sure you have a plan, you stick to the plan, you have your expectations that you're going to go up, you're going to go down, you're going to have drawdowns, and that the more you trade, the better you're going to get incrementally. And after you've traded for a few years, 5 years, 6 years, it should be a little more like this, a little less like this, but when you start, boy, is it a lot like that. So thank you so much. And remember, if you haven't subscribed to him on Twitter or listened to his any of his podcasts, you can find Stephen Goldstein at AlphaMind101. And Stephen is our friend from the UK. He lives in London. All right. Natum says, Greg, I need your opinion on Roku and LTC. All right, let's take a look. ROKU. All right, so it looks like Roku didn't quite get to the 30 RSI. I can tell that. It does have a V1. Day one's bar is larger than 1 ATR in a bit, although we did wash out this previous low here. So a couple good things. We rejected the 100-day moving average. We did have a V1. We got close to bouncing off the third ATR channel. We did wash out this previous low, and now back in the range. So we have a V1, false breakout to the downside, rejection of the 100-day moving average. We're at a 45.36 RSI. It's not bad. My only concern here is that we're still under the 1 ATR channel. Negative 1 ATR channel. We have the 50-day moving average above us, and we have the 50 RSI above us. So it's okay. I mean, if it were me, I would get out with the close under the 100-day moving average. It does offer a good risk to reward ratio. If you're, if you're right, you potentially could move up to here. If you're wrong, you could, a smaller loss down to here. But it's okay, right? When I look at these charts, I get like an instant feeling And sometimes I'll get the feeling, but then I'll look at the indicators, and the indicators are like, yeah, they're pretty good, but the initial feeling I had wasn't so good. But this bar is larger than 1 ATR. We still have the 50 right here. We have the negative 1 ATR channel here, so it's okay. It's okay. Definitely could be worse. And then let's look at LTC. LTC. Yeah, I mean, under 30, over 30, under the negative third ATR channel, over the negative third ATR channel, and a V1. It's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. But again, you're right. It would have to close above the 30, Natum. Let's look at the weekly. You know, I like the weekly chart on Roku better. You know, we have support of the 20-day moving average. The I don't like LTC's weekly at all. We have all the moving averages above us. We have this huge weekly bar here. Well, we do have a double bottom with the bullish divergence as well. See the bottoms here? See how deep this is? We have a rally to green. Now we've made a lower low with less downward momentum readings on the MACD here. So, I mean, I guess either of them are fine. Either of them are fine. But LTC would have to close above the 30. So let me know what you end up doing, Natum. Frank, hey, good to see you. Frank says, hello, Greg and group. Just to let you know, O is a REIT, which means a little more hassle at tax time. Aha. Well, I guess I'm going to have to pay my accountant a little bit more to handle it, right? But thank you for letting me know that. Let's take a look at O. Yeah, looks pretty good. I'll have to see whether or not it closes over the 200. If we we're at the 200. If we reject it, I will have second thoughts about this. But I'd like to see it close back above, but we'll see. Bing He says NNN. Yeah, they are, because they're all in the same industry, right? And SITC. Yeah, I don't like that one as much because we still have the third ATR channel above us, negative third ATR channel. NNN I like much better because, we have the V2, and we're above the third ATR channel. Let me see. I'm also going to put NNN here. Okay. Yeah, Bing He says TradingView shows under the 200. Yeah, we're probably a little bit different with our charts, but yeah, right now I show it under as well. All right, well, let's go down through the regular watch list, see what's happening. Apple, just a monster. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I've been saying this whole time, too high to buy. Boy, was I wrong. But I mean, I was wrong in reality, but in theory, I was right that, you don't want to be buying at these higher levels. This doesn't happen all the time. This move here is like once in a decade move. So I need a pullback to value. That's what I'm looking for. Adobe, again, just too high, over 70, parabolic. I need to pull back into the value zone before I can even consider buying Adobe. Advanced Micro Devices, Just too high again, like a broken record, but I need to pull back into the value zone between this green line and this green line, back to the mean essentially, then look for some sideways movement, V1, V2. Amazon finally up a little bit today. Very weak, been very weak compared to the rest of the market. What I'm looking for on Amazon is a close back above the 250. That's a good back tested approach, which gives me a good risk to reward if it moves up, or a some kind of bounce or false breakout to the downside here at the low with the V1 or V2, or an under 30 over 30 on Amazon. So nothing even close on Amazon. Boeing, oh boy, look at this, down 4% today. So you know, it's possible this could close above 30 RSI. Would I buy it? Probably not. I mean, under 30 over 30 is fine, but again, I like to look for a confluence or a combination of signals. This is all this has going for it. There's no double bottom with the bullish divergence. There's no V1, V2. There's no rejection of the negative third ATR channel. This is all there is. So me personally, I'm not going to buy this even if it does close above 30. Berkshire Hathaway, very, very strong above the 1 ATR channel. May lose the 70 RSI today. I don't know. But for me to get interested, a pull back into the value zone is what I would need. Beyond Meat, so I did buy Beyond Meat here when we went under 30, over 30. It did move nicely for me the first day, took some profit here as it moved up as well. But I decided to sell this Friday just because it wasn't moving, it wasn't doing anything. It didn't hit my stop, but it did kind of hit my time stop. You know, if I enter a trade and it just lollygags around and doesn't do anything for a while, a lot of time I will just go ahead and get out. Just because, you know, when you have a good entry, when your signals are good, it should move your way. If it doesn't, you know, that may indicate maybe there's something systemically wrong. But anyway, so I did get out of here on Friday. Looks like it is off of its low today, so I'll just have to wait for another setup on Beyond Meat. Caterpillar above the 1 ATR channel, poked its head back into value zone, needs sideways movement, V1, V2. Dow Jones, last couple days we have sold these highs. We have broken out to a new high. We're still holding this new higher range here. But again, for me to get interested, I just have to be patient, wait for a pullback, wait for a dip. Walt Disney, I've been waiting for this to come back into value. It did come back into value. It did start moving sideways. Here was a washout bar, but it didn't confirm. Then we've rallied, but see how now this high is lower than this high? When that happens, I need to wash out that first low. I mean, this is a nice V2 here today. Day 1, day 2, day 3. Day 2 washes out day 1, day 3, closes above day 1's close. But the context for the chart is not right for me. We have a lower high. When I have a lower high, I need to wash out the previous low before I get involved. So who knows? You know, I mean, I may have wished that I would have bought this one. This is a higher low. It's a higher low V2, but the higher low we need to go under the negative 1 ATR channel back in to have that kind of higher low. This is a return to value. Return to value has to be above value, sideways, V1, V2, but we bounced here, but this low is higher than here. I need to wash out this low, so I've got to just let that one go. Etsy, we were under the 1 ATR channel, rallied back into the channel, which is good. This is what I'm talking about. I need a couple days down, then a higher low V1, V2. Facebook, well, okay, so we were above the 1 ATR channel, look, and then we came back into the value zone. But, you know, I like to point this out, guys. When you have a big down bar, a lot of times you will have a rally, but you will get denied at about halfway of the big down bar. That's a 50% Fibonacci number. On the other hand, if you have a huge up bar, you may pull back but hold the halfway. But this was a down bar, and you can see right about halfway is right where it got denied. So nothing on Facebook for me. Okay, I'm going to hustle through here. Nothing on 5. Gold miners, we're above 1 ATR channel, Sideways movement, V1, V2 is what I'd be looking for, but we do have gold. Oh, look at this. Gold's up on the day. Woohoo! This seems like a huge victory for me instead of the immediate whipsaw. So good. Glad that's up now. Google, just too high. Need to pull back into value. Sideways movement, V1. Goldman Sachs. So we did reject the third ATR channel or the third Keltner channel today. How high did we get on the RSI? Probably like 65 or something. 65.96. So anyway, I know Steve has this trade. Nice going, bud. He took the 520 crossover. This is what I was talking about. A big bar up. And do you see how we did pretty much bounce right at the halfway of the bar before it resumed its upward move? So did peg the third ATR channel. But nice trade on that, Steve. Home Depot, I was looking to buy Home Depot. I was waiting for an under 30, over 30, did not quite get there. So I guess I was being a little too patient, but that's okay, and it has moved up nicely. And looks like MACD's moving over as well. At this point, I'd wait for a couple more days up and then look for a little bit of a pullback and get that higher low V1, V2. IBB, just too high. Intel, looks like Kurt's puts are working out really, really well. The price is going up and he's getting the time decay, so he should be good on that. Russell 2000, nothing there. Johnson & Johnson, just too extended, need to pull back into value. Coca-Cola, similar to Waste Management, where it gapped up, closed below its open. Can't do anything with this. Lockheed Martin, above the 1 ATR channel, into the value zone, sideways movement. This looks good. I mean, not today, but in the context, it's above the 1 ATR channel, back into the value zone, sideways movement. Now I need a false breakout to the downside and reversal, or in other words, some kind of V1 or V2, but this would be a good spot. MasterCard, just too high, would have to wait for a pullback into value. McDonald's, strong, but above the 1 ATR channel, need to pull back into value. I know I'm going kind of quick here, guys, because I'm running out of time. Altria, need to pull back into value. Merck, pull back into value. Microsoft, extremely strong. Looks like it having some issues here at the third ATR channel. Very, very strong. It's not like I want to short this here, but I certainly wouldn't buy up at these levels, risk to reward ratio wise. Netflix, under the 1 ATR channel, back in the value zone. Now I need a couple days pullback and then a higher low V1 or V2 or a 520 EMA crossover. We had a trade on that last time. It worked out well. Nike, way too high, but very, very strong. Philip Morris, it's been a monster trade for us. Monster trade. Don't think we've rejected the, we didn't get up to the 70, right? No, about 68.5. So getting close, getting close. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but this has been a fantastic trade. PayPal, oh, I should have taken this V2 here, right? I didn't because there was not enough sideways movement, and then look who the joke's on. But anyway, that's okay. Q's, off of its high a little bit, need to pull back into value, just too high. Silver up a little bit here. I'd be waiting for a 520 EMA crossover on silver, or we're under the 1 ATR channel, back in the value zone, couple days down with a higher low V1, V2. SPY, of course, going to be buying that again at the end of the day. Great overnight trade. Bonds have been all over the place, man. Up and down and up and down, then up and down. So nothing on bonds. Tesla, another joke on me. I was looking for this higher low V2. I did not take this because of the gap. Ugh. Right? But that's how it goes. There would have been no reason to get out of this at any point. So I would have been holding and phasing and holding and phasing. But my filters tell me that I cannot buy a V2 if I have a gap. And in this case, cost me from getting in that trade, but that's okay. Twitter, very, very strong here. Nothing there. United Healthcare, need to pull back into value. Oil, it's been holding above the 200-day. The longer it can hold, the better. It's just too high for me to buy up here. VIX, yep. Did VIX bounce off the 30 today? Yes, it did. I think I'm going to take another quarter position in VIX today. Quarter position, not a full, not a 10%, but a 2.5%. I took that here about a week ago, and then I got stopped out here. It was a higher low V2. I got stopped out here, took a loss, but it was a small loss because it was a quarter position. If this does close above the third ATR channel and does close above 30 RSI, I will take a quarter position in VIX again here today. Verizon, nothing there. Walmart is fine off of its highs, but we did hit one profit target. Energy Select, just too high. Financial sector, need a pullback. Real estate similar to the rest of the other ones you were showing me today. I kind of like those other ones better. XLU, oh my gosh, look at that. Boy. And healthcare. All right, so Boeing's off. Apple's off. MasterCard's off. All right. Steve says, VIX bounced strong off its lows today. A small warning sign for bulls. Yeah, I just mentioned VIX here that bounced right at the 30, back over the negative third ATR channel. I am going to take a quarter position in this. A man solo says, looking at Splunk, SPLK. Well, it did return to value, only had 1 day of sideways movement, does have a V2 today, but me personally, I would not take this trade because it's too high. I don't like, when I have the return to values, amount solo, I don't like to buy more than 3/4 from here to here, from the -1 up to the 1. So my maximum is about here that I'm going to take a trade inside the channel. But I don't like, it didn't come back into the value zone very much. There's no sideways movement. So let me know if you take that one. But I'm going to pass on that one. CDLX. 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 I think maybe you typed in the wrong symbol because I'm putting in CDLX and I'm not getting anything. Okay, so remember my plan on waste management was a close under 50. I'm going to get out, so I'm going to have to watch that one closely. O. And then what was the other one? NNN. I'd have to say I like O better. NNN on the weekly does not have any support other than the -2 ATR channel. But you see how O has the support and the rejection of the 50-week moving average? So as long as O stays above 73.13, now it's under. CDLX. Yeah, I don't get it. When I put in CDLX, I get Care Dex, CDNA, that's what it pulls up. Dang. Frank says, while we all love a Santa Claus rally, don't forget last December was miserable. Perspective is important. Protect those gains. Oh, man, is that true? Last December was unbelievably brutal, Frank, wasn't it? Frank says, I like FLT, HD, and have LK on my radar. FLT. I really like that V2 back on Friday. Into the value zone, sideways movement, V2. Very, very nice. I don't think I take it here today, but I would have taken it on Friday. Do you have it, Frank? Home Depot, of course, we talked about. Yeah. I was watching Home Depot, and I mean, I saw the rejections underneath the third ATR, or the 200-day moving average. I just was looking for an under 30, over 30. I never quite got it. Luckin Coffee. I don't like this bearish kangaroo tail though, where we went way up, we closed way back down. Well, the way O looks right now, it is under the 200-day moving average, in which case I'm probably going to pass. All right. Let me see. Current positions, right? Always important. Gold is up a penny, so we're fine there. Philip Morris. Boy, glad we hit that target right there at the top within pennies, literally, huh? SPY. Just make sure that one's geared up and ready to go. Yes. AT&T's been fantastic. Thank you, Evan. Waste Management does look like it's holding over the 50, so that was my plan here. I was concerned, right? We rejected the 50-day moving average, although we are holding the 50 RSI. We did make a higher high. We did reject the 200-day again, so again, my plan, it's not perfect, but it is a plan. If it closes under 50, if it closes under 50 RSI, I will keep it. If it closes under, I will take it off. Walmart. So it looks like Realty Income is going to close under the 200. The thing I don't like about NNN is I like this. Under 30, over 30, V1. The weekly concerns me a little. There's nothing there. You know, one thing to consider on Apple here too, guys, is see how we're going higher, 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 but the volume is going lower, lower, lower. That means there's fewer and fewer people buying at these higher prices, which, you know, makes a lot of sense to me. It's getting up so high, you're finding fewer and fewer buyers, right? So that is a little bit of a concern. NNN. Okay, so Frank got FLT Fridays close. Mount Doji says, I scooped plan on Friday. Look at Mount Doji. Very nice. Very nice, Mount Doji. Congratulations. V1's V2's pretty good, right? So CDLX, I can't look at that. Splunk, we talked about that. Oh, I ran out of time. Oh, well, that's all right. I didn't have to do anything. Waste Management did close above 50. So, gold, even on the day, huge winner for me on gold because it didn't reverse back down. So that feels like a win, even though down 5 cents on the trade. Philip Morris, fantastic trade. Really glad we took some shares off there, like literally at the top. At the top by 2 cents. We got the only 2 cents higher than where we got. So nice 3 on that. SPY, of course, we had the nice overnight SPY trade. AT&T, one profit target. It's done really well. Waste Management did hold the 50 RSI, so I did decide to keep it. Walmart did sell off there at the end, but we did hit one profit target on that. So I did not take any new positions today other than, guys, I forgot to buy the VIX. I forgot to buy the VIX. I didn't have it programmed in. Well, shucks. All right, that's how it goes. I got too distracted. So anyway, all right. Well, for funsies, we'll see how VIX. But I did like it. The under 30, over 30, or the bounce at the 30, and then over the 30 ATR channel. So negative 30 ATR channel. So the only thing that I took today was the SPY, and let's see where we got filled on the SPY. 319.50. So I did hit a yearly high today in my account. I am very grateful for that. You know, shows that if you're patient, you have good signals, you cut your losses quickly, you let your winners run, that you can do okay, right? And so it's been a good year for me, and really grateful that hit a yearly high today. All right, so new entry on SPY. And a yearly high on the SPY overnight SPY trade as well. So new entry on SPY, 319.50. Okay. So that's that. I didn't take O or anything other than the SPY. Did anybody take anything today that you'd like me to put up on here so we can watch it? Dirk says, I took O. What should be a good stop location? Well, let's take a look. Okay. Dirk, where did you get O at? I'll put your actual trade on here. But if it were me, see how we had the V1, here's day 1, day 2 washed out, day 1 closed above. The 30 RSI is right about here on tomorrow's bar. So right about there. So if it were me, Dirk, if we close below 72.50 tomorrow on a closing basis, not intraday, but on a closing basis, that's where I would probably take a stop on O. Because it would have lost halfway this bar, it would have lost the third ATR, the negative third ATR channel, and it would have lost the 30 RSI. So it gives you a good risk to reward. If you're wrong, you're probably wrong pretty small. If you're right, you may, I would target the 50 RSI or the 50-day moving average to the upside. So it's a good risk to reward. The only reason I decided to stay away from it was it rejected the 200. But I hope it goes up for you. And so let's see. So 72.50, that's where I would put, and you got filled at 73.04. All right, Dirk's on the board. He is officially on the board now. That means he is going to have to manage this trade correctly or face the shame of the group, right? Just kidding, bud. But I hope that moves up for you. Man Solo says, exited Dell today, my only trade. Wait, didn't Didn't you have MPC, a man solo? Or did you get out of this on Friday? I think you did, huh? Okay, so Mount Doji says his O went above the 200. I don't know why it's so different. Because mine is adjusting for dividends and yours is not. That must be the reason, Mount Doji, because you can clearly see mine's 73.13 and it's at 73.04, which is fine, right? You're not trading off my charts, you're trading off yours, right? So just make sure you're trading off your charts. And sometimes it's going to work for you. Sometimes it's going to work against you. Sometimes my chart's going to work for me. Sometimes it's going to work against. Neither chart is right. Just make sure you stick with yours. But I believe you, and I know that's why. I know that's why. So, all right. So we got Dirk up here. Make sure you follow that plan, bud, right? Oh, Man Solo says MPC still in the trade. Oh, thank goodness. Look at this bad old trade by a Man Solo. Look at this. This V2, rejection of the 200, rejection of the third ATR channel. Look at this monster. It was up 3.65 today. Did you phase out some today, a man solo? All right, so we've got Dirk here on the O trade. We've got a man solo on this rockin' awesome trade here. A man solo says he got out of, all right. So he got out of Dell today. I don't blame you at all. This was a nice trade. This V1 here, under 30, over 30, sideways movement. Really nice trade. I mean, all in all, this trade was from top to bottom there, 3.6%. So congratulations, Mansola, on Dell. Very nice. Mansola's a good trader, man. Okay. Alan's, didn't see Alan here today, but I do have here that Alan took PGTI. I can't remember where he entered. All right. So we're going to take a look at O for Dirk. We're going to keep watching MPC for a man solo. And Alan was in PGTI, so I don't know what's going on with the rest of that. So anyway, only new trade I took today was SPY. But listen, just want to quickly put in my little quick daily plug and let everybody know that I do offer private one-on-one coaching and teaching and mentoring lessons in the evening time via Skype. I've been trading for 24 years. I have a lot of experience, and what I teach you in our one-on-one lessons is everything that I've learned over the last 24 years. Everything I've learned from all my coaches, all my mentors, all my experience. I have a course. There's 5 sessions to the course, 2 to 3 hours per session, but it's just you and I, one-on-one, any questions you have. It's pretty intense. I teach the first part of the lesson. I teach the second part of the lesson. I have you teach it back to me. I ask you a lot of questions. I throw a lot of curveballs at you. We do a lot of chart study. I have you break down charts. What's good? What's bad? Is it a good risk to reward ratio, bad risk to reward ratio? What's our next trade? Where's our profit target? Where's our stops? So, I love to teach. I've had really good success with my clients and my students. And so, if you're thinking about it, please reach out to me. My email is in the description of this video. You can also reach out to me on Twitter. But before I have a new student come on, I like to do a Skype call with them, and it's totally free and there's completely no obligation, but I just want to get to know each other a little bit better. I want to learn more about you and your trading, what your challenges have been, what your goals are. Of course, you can ask me any question, and just to see if we're a right fit, right? Because, it's a pretty serious session. I just want to make sure we're both on the same page. We both kind of have the same goals. But if you're interested, like I said, the call is free. Just reach out to me, send me an email, say, hey, I'd like to schedule the Skype call, and we'll schedule it. And like I said, there's no obligation. It'd be nice to talk to you. So, the course is $1,000. I think it's well worth the money. I think it'd be worth the money at 2 or 3 times what the amount is, the $1,000. I honestly do. Honestly, I 100% do, but I try to make it affordable. I need to get paid for my time. But when you get done, I think you're going to be able to look at the market in a completely different way and have a skill, that you can use the rest of your life. So, and then if you haven't hit the thumbs up button today, I would really appreciate it. I would really appreciate it because it helps grow the channel. It helps YouTube get promote the channel out there, and a lot of people that need help. Everybody with trading. Honestly, people struggle with it. And I think if we could get them to this channel, it really would help them. So, yeah, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, tell some people about it, share it on social media, and help me grow the channel. I would appreciate that. All right. Okay, so I'm glad to see Man Solo is still an MPC. Look at this monster. Man Solo is like a trading ace. Like, I'm telling you, I'm happy for you, buddy. I am glad to see that. Alan, hey, there's Alan. Okay, so Alan is still in PGTI. Where did you get in, Alan? I can't remember now. I didn't mark here where you got in. I just marked that you did get in. And thanks for coming, by the way, Alan. Man Solo, I didn't phase out of MPC today. My first profit level is at the first ATR, and we were a little short. I should have probably gone with your 0.45 ATR strategy. Yeah, the Man Solo, that's why I like the 0.45 ATR strategy so much, because if it just almost gets there, you're never quite sure if you want to or not, and then if the next day it goes down, you wish you would have. The thing I like about using the 0.45 is that I just know if it moves up 0.45 from the entry or more, I'm just going to hit profit targets. Just take them off. They're at levels that no one's really looking at, and they add up. So if you need help with that, let me know. Bing He, today I was trying to get TRHC as I missed it last Friday, but the spread was too wide and my trade was skipped. Luck do play a part. TRHC. Oh no. Bing He. Dang, you didn't get that Friday. Shoot. What a bummer. Let's take a look on Friday what we looked like. Yeah, it was under 30, over 30. We have a double bottom with the bullish divergence. Did we have a V1? Let's see. Close was 38.21. The close here was 38.20. So we didn't quite have the V1, but we did have the under over 30 with the double bottom and the bullish divergence. And then, oh, buddy, I'm so sorry you missed out on that. That's so frustrating. Dang it. Dang, Bang He. Alan says, got in PGTI 1411. Thanks, Samantha Solo, for the idea. Okay. So 411. So, oh, that's right. I remember this trade. I think Man Solo, did you get out? Did you get out of this trade? Is that why I took off the entries and stuff? Look at this. This is beautiful. How are you going to manage this now, Alan? But yeah, this was a higher low. I remember this now. I remember this trade. Yeah, it was a higher low V1 rejection of the -1 ATR channel, MACD positive. Fantastic. So just make sure you have a plan for this now, Alan. I don't know if you've been phasing out, or just make sure you have a plan to the downside. And thank you, Man Solo, for sharing that trade. And Man Solo shared another trade with me. I can't remember what it was, but I took it and it was a good one. Bing He says TRHC got V2 last Friday. Oh, yes, it is a V2 today, but it was close to a V1 on Friday. On Friday, it was under 30, over 30. We do know that. It would have been better if it was under 30, over 30 with the V1. But yes, it is a V2 now here today as well. A Man Solo says, yeah, I got out on Thursday. No regrets, but learning opportunity. Okay. Yeah, it was still a nice trade, for sure. Yeah, Alan, just make sure, right? Just make sure you have a plan. You know, a plan could be a close under the 50 RSI. That might be one way to take profits. Close under the previous day's low. That might be another way to take profits, right? Yeah, it was UAL. Yeah. And it was a great, that's exactly right. And it was a perfect setup. I mean, I have not seen one of the better setups in a long time. Under 30, over 30, under the 250, over the 250, under the 200, over the 200, plus a V1, and an under the third ATR channel, over the third ATR channel. And I took it the very next day. I think hit 3 profit targets or 4 profit targets. I think it was 4 profit targets on this. And then I got out. I didn't like how it rejected the 20 and a few other things. And so it looks like, you know, it's about slightly higher than when I got out, but I would have had to hold it 2 more days. So Man Solo has had some good trades. Man Solo says PGID has been rejected by the third ATR channel 3 days in a row, correct? The second ATR channel, Man Solo. See, here's the first, here's the second ATR channel. The third is more this thicker line up here. And Alan, you know, if we were to reject this 200-day moving average and this third ATR channel, if we rejected it up here, me personally, 100%, I would take profits there. Or to the downside, if we had a close below the previous day's low. Excuse me. So I'm so glad. So did hit an all-time, or did hit a yearly high today. Very thankful for that. I just went to double check to make sure, but yes, so that's good. Gold's up a little after hours. Philip Morris is flat. SPY's up 23 cents. AT&T's up 5 cents. VIX is down. Walmart's up 27 cents. I mean, Waste Management, and then Walmart's up 3 cents. So yeah, let's look at that VIX there. I missed the trade. I missed the trade. But you look at this intraday on the 39 minute, it just moved up and up and up and up and up all day. And if we look over at the regular VIX, we did test this previous low, bounce pretty close to it. Not quite, but we did close back up into the value zone. Man Solo said I was looking wrong. Yep, that's the second ATR channel. Alan says almost out of shares, been phasing out. Oh, very nice, Alan. Very good, my friend. A Man Solo says a little too late, but pins was interesting today. Let's take a look. Yeah. Yeah, under 30, over 30. MACD is positive. V2. Let's look at the weekly. Down here at the third ATR channel. Yeah, we've been watching this for a while, haven't we? I remember looking at this a couple days ago. Yeah, that would have been your signal right there for sure. All right, so Dirk took O. Man Solo's still in MPC. Alan is still in PGTI. Very good. So not a lot of entries today for me. Just the new overnight SPY trade. That's it. That is it. See if I missed anything here. Oh, and Frank took FLT. Friday's close. Okay, very nice. So I'm going to put Frank on the board. Don't know exactly where, but I'll just go here at the close somewhere. Oops. Oops. Oh, man. All right, Frank, there you go, bud. You are on the board with FLT. All right, all right. All right, well, if anybody has any last questions or comments, this would be the time. Otherwise, I'm going to go put my hiking boots on and go for a hike. Oh, so the Dow only ended up 100 points, huh? It was up like 175 points earlier. All right, well, I'll start saying goodbye to everybody then. Man Solo, thank you for coming by. Thank you for your great picks and letting us know about some really good entries. I really do appreciate it, and you've had some monster trades. I'm proud of you. Alan, nice job on PGTI. I'm glad you took that trade, and it's nice to see you. Thank you for coming by. And Bing He, man, I'm sorry you missed out on that big trade, buddy. Darn it, darn it. Well, you'll get it next time. Remember, play the long game, right? But hope you have a good day, Bing He, and thanks for coming by. Hope you have a good rest of your day there in Singapore. Dirk, good seeing you, and we will, let's see. Yeah, and Dirk has O, so we'll be watching that. But thanks for coming by, Dirk. Good seeing you, Mount Doji. Thanks for coming by. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Dr. Jorgensen, thanks, bud. I'll talk to you later. Hope you have a good bike ride or whatever you're going to do. Frank, good seeing you. And we have Frank up on the board with FLT. And thanks for coming. Appreciate it, bud. And thank you for your comments and your sayings. Always look forward to those. And Steve Burns, thank you, my friend. Hope you're having a good day. Say hello to Holly and the dogs, and appreciate you coming by as always. Always really do. It's great to have you here. Nadeem, nice to see you, and I hope that helped on those stocks that you wanted me to take a look at. Gamer, good seeing you. Hope you have a good rest of your day. David, hope to see you again tomorrow or this week or whenever you're available. Kurt, good seeing you. Kurt's watching O today. Kurt, did you end up, I don't know if you're still listening, but did you end up taking O? If you did, let me know and I'll put it up on the board. And Marco, good to see you, sir. I am here for you, buddy. If you ever have any questions, anything I can help you with. Marco always comes here. He never asks me any questions. But maybe he doesn't have any questions. That's why. But if I can help you, just let me know, sir, okay? And Pat O'Connell, nice to see you. Thanks for coming back. Let me know if I can help you as well. And JT, always good to see you, my friend. And Evan, good seeing you. And again, thanks for that nice email. I appreciate it. You are welcome, Man Solo. And you are welcome, Frank. And you are welcome, Dirk. And you are welcome, Alan. Okay, listen, on the way out, 2 things. First thing, go out and do something nice for somebody today, right? Just something. Hold the door open, say hello, wave, just be pleasant. We need more of this in this world, and it might improve their day. You really never know how it will affect their day. So that's one. And then number 2, which is also doing a nice thing, would be hitting the thumbs up button for me. I'd appreciate if you would do that on the way out if you haven't already. So, all right. Well, that is it. Have a good rest of your day. Be safe, and hopefully we'll see you all tomorrow. Take care now. Bye-bye.
U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.